Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, performance. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. That's it. Keep going. Oh, yes. Quick. Yes, excellent. Wonderful performance there. Except for Malice. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. Right, so the first thing that I would like you to do is ask you how much you made on your investments last night. Remember I asked you to do your homework? Invest in the stock market. How many of you invested in the stock market last night? Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, we'll see how well I do at the end of the video. Right, okay, the first thing that I want you to do, what do you think I will ask you to do right now? Interviews, yes, and I heard the excitement in Charles's voice when he said interviews. Okay, excellent. Right, get out your phones and you will do the exact same interview again, but this time it should take 10 minutes. I want you to be back in 10 minutes, okay? 10 minutes, and then I want you to immediately put the vocabulary on the board that you don't know, okay? I might not even go through the vocabulary. Okay, but anyway, off you go. I'll give you 10 minutes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you should be back here. Okay, I'll give you until 20 past. Okay? And then put the vocabulary on the board. Thank you. So remember what you have to do. The correction, when you're finished, do the correction, more appropriate answers, and then pull out the appropriate lexis, or the complicated lexis. Okay? Vocabulary. And then when you've done that, put it on the board. Okay? Alright, begin. I would say, yeah, okay. So maybe everyone down from Alice, try find a quieter place. And Eri and Daphne, you can stay. But then go to the separate parts of the room.
Paula said that.
Paula said, what did Paula say, Wendy?
Because she
wrote
said, in
What
Spanish,
did Paula say?
that-
Yeah, I'll tell you what Paula said. What a disgrace, Paula. What a disgrace. Okay. So the same interview again, but I'm only giving you until this time, Paula, so you better be quick. We're no casual relaxing. So I'm having to try, who's the tallest? Daphne, I think you're the tallest. You can be at the top of the board. Everyone else is tiny in this class. Okay. Ying Hong is probably taller as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know who else is tall in this class. Nobody. Charles, I suppose. Okay, so Ying Hong, you can stay here as well. Okay.
Okay.
Everyone else has walked out. So. Now, quick, Paula, because you have very little time. You can do it over there if you want.
No, it's fine.
Or if you want, go out and do not get a coffee. that better not be Instagram. Very good. Good afternoon, Carlotta. You know what you should be doing? The interview. What? Carlotta, you have until that time, so you better be quick.
Okay, quickly.
Ciao, come posso aiutarti oggi?
I have to practice about my degree, about an interview that I have with a company for marketer junior role.
Certo, cominciamo con una domanda tipica di un colloquio per un ruolo di junior marketer. Puoi parlarmi di una campagna di marketing in cui hai lavorato durante il tuo corso di studi e quale ruolo hai svolto?
Sorry, can we speak in English? So, can we start with easy questions and then we can continue with questions about my hard skill and my experience. Thank you.
Of course, let's start with a common interview question. Tell me about yourself. This is a great opportunity to give a brief summary of your background and why you're interested in this junior marketer role. You can talk about your education, any relevant projects or experiences, and what excites you about this opportunity. Ready when you are.
Yes, I'm 28 and
Yinghong, don't do any text, only speak.
My colleague.
Maurice, if we have a good communication with our team. Thank you.
No, it's a job that I did when I was studying university.
You have 5 minutes.
brand identity of this brand, of this, and I monitored the platforms, social media platforms, the website, and the campaigns, and this is my experience and my education. Continue with the interview.
Thank you for sharing that. It sounds like you have a diverse background in marketing and communication. Now, let's move on to a question about your hard skills. Can you tell me about a specific marketing campaign or project where you used data analysis to measure its success? How did you approach it?
For example, I have done a lot of projects in several field. For example, 1 year ago, we opened a restaurant in the central Rome, and for this restaurant we created the brand identity, and we began with the first campaign. It was an awareness campaign. Campaigns and to monitor them, and then I when I begin with the campaigns, I monitor them during the campaign, and at the end of the month I produce
That sounds like a great example. You demonstrated how you use data analytics tools to monitor and measure the success of your campaign. It's important to show how you translate data into actionable insights. Great job. Let's move on to the next question. Can you tell me about a time when you had to collaborate with a team to achieve a marketing goal? What was your role in that collaboration?
There are a lot of strategies, and at the same time, I'm very they helped me to produce graphics and more.
That's a great example of teamwork. It's clear that you played a key role in both strategizing and executing the plan. Working closely with a creative team is essential in marketing to ensure everything aligns with your brand's goals. Nicely done. If you have any specific questions or want to practice more, feel free to let me know.
I have always for example,
was looking for you. Well, I was looking for you, and I didn't know you were doing the interview in the toilet. Okay, so again, put up the vocabulary. Again, put up the vocabulary. Okay, again, everyone put up your vocabulary on the board. So Paula, put up your vocabulary on the board. So Carlotta, put up your vocabulary on the board. Yes, just put up the ones that you think are complicated or whatever, or useful.
I'm looking for words that I didn't understand or something. Because okay, I write.
Yours in there.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Harry, don't be so Japanese and just get in there. Okay, for those of you who are finished, if you want, you can take your phone and try get the translation. Okay? Just to be faster. I will go over. So, Inghun, get your phone and get the translation of the vocabulary if you can. There is your phone. It's amazing, Inghun. When I ask you to use your phone, you never use your phone. Now, also when you are doing the translation, say that you want, this vocabulary came from interviews, and ask for example sentences. So if you look at the documents that I write every day, that's basically what I do. Give me examples as well as the definitions. Okay, so get the translation. Take a photo, get the translation. All.
All of them. They're still running.
And you can get the ones at the top, can't you? Genius. Charles, move your camera over. Yes. You have all the definitions there on that board?
All the definition.
Definitions that I asked you to just a second ago. Yes, very good.
The examples.
Definitions and the examples. Right, okay. So, I'll give it. Right, okay. So, I'm not going to spend all day trying to give you the definitions of these, okay? I'll give you one or two, but first of all, okay, you can take the photos of these, but can you see anything there that is similar to what you saw yesterday? Or the day before, because I can.
Proactive communication.
Again?
Proactive communication.
Yes, proactive communication.
Fast-paced environment.
Fast-paced environment. What's fast-paced mean again?
When you walk alone.
Well, it's not walking in this case, it's fast speed. Okay? So fast-paced environment. Give me an example of a job that is a fast-paced environment. Give me an example of that.
Sales assistant.
Sales, maybe. It depends on the sales. Okay, you could be very slow, whatever. Chef in a kitchen would be a fast-paced environment. And where a kitchen, I should say, would be a fast-paced environment. Anything else? I can see other things.
Cleaner.
Which?
Cleaner. Or...
On this
No,
board? No. I'm asking.
Oh, I don't know.
On this board, is there something similar to yesterday or the day before?
Maybe customer facing tasks.
I'm not really sure we had that yesterday, okay? But do you understand what the customer facing task is?
Yeah.
So jobs where you're facing the customer, etc. This is without you knowing.
Yeah.
What's oversight?
Supervise.
Supervising. What is the verb? Oversee. So you had that yesterday, okay? Without realizing it. That's the noun, oversight. So this is the control that someone has, etc. Okay, so honestly, I'm not going over all of this. Maybe I'll give you 2 or 3 of these. So if you said eager, what does that mean? You're very eager.
You really want to do.
You really want to do something. Okay, I'm eager to satisfy the customers or whatever, etc. Thrive. Thrive. Are you thriving in Ireland at the moment, do you think? Do you think you're thriving? Do you think you're thriving in your English? Do you think you're thriving in your financial world?
Like
It means doing really well. Okay, you're doing really well. So if my relationship is thriving, it's doing really well. Okay, it's a very good word to learn. Okay, and I'll give you maybe this one as well. What's spearhead? Does anyone break that up? Break this up. Spear, and then you have head or headed. A spear is this thing. The weapon. Okay? It's a big long weapon where you might go like that. Okay? So spearheaded means that you are at the top of the spear. You are the boss. Okay? Who spearheaded that project? Okay? So it generally means controlled by or managed by someone. Okay? So you are at the top of the spear. Okay? That's where that comes from. And maybe I'll give you. No, I won't. Okay? Take it. Well, does anyone know what lever is? What's a lever? So for example, maybe there is a very heavy object here and I cannot lift it. So I'm going to use a lever to help me lift the object, okay? Leveraged means, well, it actually has a few different meanings, okay? So you can use it in the stock market in context as well, leveraged buyouts and things like that. But if I said I have leverage in this company, what does that mean? I have leverage in this company. And the pronunciation is leverage. Leverage. Does anyone know? If you have leverage in, I'm trying to show you, where is it? See, this is a lever. Okay. See that?
yes.
Okay, but they're giving, see this? So if they want to lift a heavy object, they will do this. Oh, it's probably a bit easier like that. See that? Okay, that's leverage, okay? But you see what they have at the bottom, or in the picture? What do they have in the picture?
Money.
Money. So if you have leverage, probably you have cash in the business that gives you a bit of power. Okay, you understand that? So if you have leverage in something, you have influence. Okay, you have power or influence. And probably you invested cash and that's how you had the power, etc. Okay, it's a reasonably common term. How many words would they definitions they? Well, they only give you 2 or 3 here, but it really means power or whatever, influence. Okay, I'm not going to go over, oh yes, here, this one as well, I gave you that. Okay, what's a line again? Yeah. So align with the brand's goals. So the brand has certain ambitions or goals or targets, and you want to align with that. Okay, so you're going in the same direction, you have the same ideas, you know what you're going to do. Okay, so again, you notice it'll get repetitive. Now there's still new vocabulary on the board, but it's starting to get a little less interesting because it's coming up again and again and again. The more you do that, and I'm not going to do this after this week, so you can see how people go, oh God, we have to do it again. Now Dr. Fernanda and Wendy did this before, yes? Okay, this is their 9th time doing it, 8th or 9th time doing it. So it becomes a bit irritating. You think it's better now?
Yeah.
No, yeah, because of practice.
Yeah, okay, so they practiced before, was a few months ago or whatever, etc. Maybe more, I can't even remember. Okay, so 2 months ago, and it becomes automatic after a period of time, except, oh, I'm doing it again. So if you want to practice interviews, keep doing that. Or get someone who is an expert in your area and ask them to give the interview. But you don't have that opportunity very often, and it costs money usually. Well, there, it's free. Okay, but try to identify the same vocabulary again and again and again, and you notice, how many of you went home and studied? How many of you opened the documents that I wrote during the week? 0. How many of you watched the videos?
Some of them.
Well, now just to clarify, I have the statistics about the average viewing of those videos, and it's probably about 2-3 minutes. Okay, now unless you're watching those videos on 300 times speed, I wouldn't say you get to the end of those videos. That's not important. The important thing is you didn't study and you still remember, because it's repetitive. If you do it often enough, you don't really have to study. You just have to do it often enough, expose yourself, it'll go in. Okay, enough of that rubbish. Can you stand up? And I would like you to answer those questions with your partners. Charles. Good. Wendy. Dr. Fernanda. Ying Hong, 2 hands. Okay, excellent, very good. There we go, Alice. First week, yeah, very good. Next, Carlotta. Yes, very good. Next, Paula. Very good. And Daphne, there we go. Excellent, excellent. Okay, mix with your partners and answer those. No. Up you get there, Carlotta. Stand up and mix with your partners. Mix. Anyone you want. If you don't like a certain person, suck it up. Nobody likes you, Alice. Nobody likes you. Arrogance. Okay, so Carlotta, you do,
But go
and you
back.
undo. You change what you're dealing with. Do you understand the word undo? So you do, and then you undo. So you try to change what you did in the past. Okay? Does everyone understand undo?
Yeah.
like photo. I don't know if you have using apps when you edit a picture and you want to go back.
Lately or no, not lately.
And then I bought a car, and then
So you regret.
Like used second hand.
Why I bought this I spent
probably was because I bought so
they don't give me
the good support. Probably yes, that I wish I could double and not call because I couldn't. So many friends. Currently, I have the I think I prefer to regret something I did than something I didn't. Probably by myself, I'm just saying, I'm pregnant. Sometimes it will be better.
Yeah, I mean that situation will be really difficult to regret.
Try to improve the day.
So traumatizing is the situation that causes you a problem. So traumatized is your feeling. Traumatized with the E. So why are you bored? Because the teacher is bored. So the ing causes the feeling. The ed is the feeling.
Okay. So I was yeah, I have a really good lesson about that, like Dogme, because I want the things like, you know, like, I should learn myself, I want to do the things like really fast, so that's why I have big it's never happen again. Trying to fix this, well, yeah, I can buy another car with that money.
One day I or another person with my
Oh, okay. No.
yes, because I read from
Okay.
it's alright.
This is important.
You was okay?
Yes, and I needed to pay the.
You pay like yourself?
Yes, I paid like the similar amount as you, 10,000. No, 100. I learned the importance to don't do a thing.
That level.
That level to any person, because people told me that most of the cases of that kind is with your close family, friends, yeah. No, never do that.
What's the most regret you have from past week?
All day.
I think spend a lot of money in alcohol.
Alright. Not every week. I was in create my own recipe because since I arrived here, I said, I prepare, I'm not sick. Until now, I haven't gotten my university. So every day, every day, I should do, yes, I should do.
Yeah, right.
Yes, sir.
Well, you're working.
I'm working, no, this week, last week I quit.
Where?
But my job was about charity. The kind of job because I was already in my house midnight every day. Every day, I used to work from 5 but I live too far. I'm here.
Okay, you
I
are
never yes, and I was very tired and service hours per day. Maybe what they told before that is yes, I'm creating the I don't have to say that those kind of jobs in fact, I even for a job here, one last day I have but I need to try. What's the worst thing that can happen? Nothing. Just try.
You don't have to answer all the questions. Oh, okay.
That was in the
You don't have to answer all the questions.
What's
when I was younger, happy day that I have when I have my friends. Last year, I see last time I think also when I did something that I always want.
They were so happy.
Yes, one of the challenges of my life was my different work. Yes, because I my family.
I was working a lot this moment. When I saw, I bought a car with my friend. When I saw the car, like, I came to the agency with my friend, and he drove the car.
Because you didn't know in
No, because I came to the agency
your
in
car.
another car. Yeah. So when I saw the car, like, I was told of me that I can give me this car. For me, it was the car that I think I can buy like when I was 13 years old. The reason that I sold this was very proud.
Before you expected.
Yeah. You?
And what was the car? In my case, I really felt very proud of myself when I was in the university at the end of my major. I applied for a scholarship to go to the United States, yes, but just for a month. No, it was Proyecta. It's a I got the scholarship, but because of the racism at that moment, they changed the destination to Canada. So I ended up going to Canada, and I went there. I stayed there for a month. It was yes, because I didn't pay anything. They gave me all the money and also a laptop and money to spend there, not just for the period. It was a scholarship. I don't know how many people. How many what? It was very fast. And like 20 students around the university. Yes, because we were like 5 students per each. I studied in UNAM, State of Mexico. Have you ever had this?
For sure, I think when I did my this time, I really focused on how much my stays there. For sure, they changed my mind. I was different.
Where was your interchange? South Korea.
It was like the state is like because
Okay, sit down. Okay, so just everyone, can you look at the board just for a second? This is a common mistake a lot of you make. Okay, so everyone, okay, so when you're using adjectives with ing or ed, the difference usually is this. Okay, girls? So ed is usually the feeling, and the ing is the cause of the feeling, usually. So you would say, for example, why are you bored? Why are you bored? Because what?
Grammar is boring.
Grammar is boring, or Andrew is boring. Okay, you understand? Andrew is boring, oh, this class is boring, or grammar is boring. So it could be a situation, it could be a person, it could be a thing, abstract or whatever, etc. But this is the feeling. So you might say, I am interested because something is interesting or someone is interesting. I am tired because something is tiring. Okay? So a lot of you can do tired, but you don't use tiring. Exhausted, exhausting, etc. So for example, why is Dr. Fernanda exhausted? Why is she exhausted? Because the trip here is what? Exhausting. Okay, so the ing is the thing that causes this. Okay, why is what's a better word? Why is Dr. Fernanda devastated? Can you remember the word devastated? What does devastated mean again? It's very, very sad. Why is Dr. Fernanda devastated? Everyone? Anyone give me an answer? Because the cheating of Evandro and Wendy is devastating. Okay? It causes her to feel terrible. Okay? Alright, I'll ask one or two of these questions. Okay, so the first one then, Carlotta. Have you ever regretted something you said in the heat of the moment? So number 3.
Number 3.
Don't worry, I finish at 5 o'clock on Friday.
I think that no, because I always think before. I always think before to speak.
No,
because
what's wrong with that? Think before
speaking.
speaking.
Sorry.
Exactly.
Before speaking, because I'm afraid to hurt someone, and so I want always to.
So you never explode.
Maybe in the past when I was younger, when in adolescence, maybe.
When you were a teenager.
When I was a teenager, maybe yes, but then I learned with the time that this is not a good thing to
Do. To do.
To do something.
Okay. Now, do you think that Carlotta is just repressing her anger? It's building up. It's building up inside, and then one day she's going to explode in this class.
But I can explode, yes. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it could happen. It could happen.
I don't like.
Okay, we'll see. Next one then. Next one. Wendy, what's a small regret you have from the past week?
Yes.
By the way, what's the past week mean? What's the past week mean?
The last week.
No, not last week. The past week. The past week is not last week. The
More
past.
than 1 week.
No, the past week is from now back 7 days.
7 days.
Okay, so it's not last week, which is Monday to Sunday or whatever way you try to divide it. Okay, it's 7 days back. Okay, so in the past month or the past week or whatever, etc. What would you say has been a small regret that you have?
Because since I arrived here, I thought that I will create my professional CV, but every day I postpone.
Oh yes, and to be honest, every day I've postponed as well because it was chosen at the beginning of the week. Monday, you chose to do a professional CV. I will do it tomorrow, maybe. Okay, right? And you choose it every week. Okay. Next one then. Is there a job opportunity or relationship you wish you hadn't turned down? Daphne. No? There was no potential relationship where you said, I wish I had tried that. No? Anyone in this class ever offered a relationship by someone and then you said, no?
Turn it down. Is that
Turn
you
down.
reject?
You rejected.
Oh yeah, with my first ex-boyfriend when I was younger.
So no. Do you regret you didn't reject him? So turning someone down is rejecting them. Okay? Now do you mean so it means you never started if you turned someone down. But you did start because you had a relationship with
Because
him.
I was stupid. Yeah.
Okay, so you regret having a relationship with this poor man, yes? Why do you regret it so much?
No, because I was too young. I was 17 or 16 years old.
Yeah.
And
And what was so bad about this person?
because I was very influenced and he could manipulate me.
He could manipulate you.
Yes.
But now you had
But
the
now I
skills.
manipulated them.
Exactly, now you had the skills to manipulate the others. The same question, Eri. The same question. Do you regret any decision you made about relationships, opportunities, or jobs in the past? Don't worry, nobody's watching.
I didn't come up with right now.
Did you not mention something about an ex-partner? No, it was you or was it you? Yes, it was Eri. I think I heard you. So, what did Eri say, Daphne, about her ex-partner? Yes, go on there now, Daphne. Daphne, what did she say? Okay, what did she say there, Daphne? Spill the beans, yeah, spill the beans. Spill the beans means what?
Reveal the secret.
Reveal the secret.
No.
No,
It's her secret.
this is pathetic, this is, okay? Shut and shut there. Right? Next, Charles. Charles, what was one of the happiest moments of your life so far?
In my birthday, when my grandpa cooked my favorite food.
Your granddad cooked your favorite food.
Yeah, and then we passed the whole day in the house of my grandpa, all the family.
There's a better way than saying pass the whole day. What would you say? Spend the whole day.
Yeah, I was really happy. Yeah.
Spent the whole day. Spent the whole day in your granddad's house with your family.
Yeah.
Good. I can't think of anything worse. Okay, excellent. Why was it so good?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I stay with my family and not much time we stay like that day.
Yes, I suppose. It's nice. Ying Hong, what's one of the happiest moments of your life so far?
When I was young, I went to the European travel.
You went where? European travel. A trip. European
A
trip.
trip in the middle of Europe.
Which countries?
France.
Yes, I can understand we're in the middle of Europe. There you go. Yeah, right in the middle. Yeah.
French, Germany,
France, Germany,
Switzerland,
Switzerland,
and small countries.
Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein. Right, yeah. And you liked it. Why?
I like it because I first time go to overseas by myself, but I signed up the travel agency.
You went alone, did you?
Yes.
Oh, very, very interesting. Yeah. What age were you?
12 days.
Which?
12 days. Around
No.
12 days.
No. What age were you? I said, I was 12 days old.
22.
22. I don't think you would have appreciated it if you were 12 days. A baby going around the European Union. Yes, very, very nice. Next, Paula. Can you describe a moment when you felt very proud of yourself?
It's hard to remember.
You can't remember any moment in your life where you went, oh, I'm very proud of myself for that.
I don't remember.
Did you graduate from university?
Yeah.
Were you proud on that day?
Yeah, but I couldn't be on my graduation.
You couldn't go to the graduation.
No, because
Right.
I was here.
Oh, you were in Ireland?
I traveled.
Well, to be honest, I have had 6 degrees and I only went to one of the graduations because my mother forced me to go for the photograph. It is pathetic. You have to pay €50 in Ireland for those stupid capes. €50 and you don't buy them, you rent them for about 1 hour. And I was a joke. Okay. Next one then, Wendy. What was your first memory as a child?
What was it?
Your first memory as a child, what was it?
The first.
Yes, that's why I said the first memory as a child. If I wanted your second memory as a child, I would ask, what was your second memory as a child?
Probably it was I think I just said a traumatized.
A traumatizing event, yeah. What was the traumatizing event?
Because when I was a child, I was like 3 years old, and my mom wanted to.
You went on a European trip, was it?
No. My mom wanted to leave me with my grandparents,
Yes.
and she needed to go back to Mexico, and my grandparents lived in Veracruz, another state. So I think when I think as in my childhood, I remember that bad moment.
Okay,
when I
so
was
your mother
separated.
just separated from
Yes.
you and
Yes.
left you with your grandparents.
Abandoned.
Abandoned you with your horrible
with my
grandparents.
sisters
yeah.
and-
Your sisters and your horrible grandparents.
Yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, oh, it's like Cinderella. It's like Cinderella. Very, very nice. Okay, Daphne. What's a moment in your life you wish you could relive?
I think the last trip with my parents, we visit my grandparents. Well, we visited my grandparents, and now they are dead. So
Well, this is a very, very happy story to begin. The class, excellent. Well, not excellent that your grandparents are dead, but now, where did you go?
Bahia.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Salvador.
Another state, yeah. And you would like to relive that. Why?
Because I miss them.
Okay, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Not to make you feel worse, but we'll come back to that. The same question, Eri. What's a moment in your life you wish you could relive? Has there been one moment where you went, I wish I could relive that again? Have you had any happy moments in your life? Any, just one happy moment.
But it was happened when I was there.
Oh yes, yeah. No. I'm just asking. Yeah, don't worry about you, Daphne.
I feel like traveling other country is my happy moment for me.
So when you wish you could relive going to Myanmar again, for example. Okay, excellent. Adichie?
It's not only one moment. For sure, I think.
What did I ask you, Adichie?
Yeah.
I asked you for one moment. I didn't say for 10 moments. Okay?
Maybe when, like 3 years ago, when I went for a trip, for a vacation.
I went on a trip.
In Florence,
Mhm.
in Italy, with two
Yes.
friends of mine.
Florence in Italy. I went to Florence in China. Very good, yes, very good, yeah.
Yeah, we visited the city. We had fun.
Which friend was this then?
2 girls.
Oh, 2 girls. Okay, it was Manuelito.
My bad.
Okay, right, okay, very good, excellent. And Dr. Fernanda, what do you think your older self, this is not on the page, what do you think your older self in 50 or 60 years' time would say to you now?
My older.
Yes, so you as an older person, when you're maybe 80, what do you think that person would say to you now?
Enjoy your life and don't worry about anything.
Okay? What would you say to that older person?
I'm a very anxious person. So I'm doing
Okay.
therapy.
The same question, Charles.
I think, yeah, for sure they're gonna say to me like, don't worry about your future. Don't be stressful about
Stressed.
stress about if you are going to be successful. But now I need to say like, man, I am worried about if I'm going to be you.
Unfortunately, you are going to be him.
yeah, but successful.
Well, who knows? He could be very unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Paula, same. What would you say to your future self? And what do you think your future self would say to you? Don't worry, I finish at 5 o'clock on Friday.
Oh, it's hard. Why do you make this question?
Okay, what is your favorite color?
What's your favorite cake?
Black.
Black. Okay, very good. Excellent. Ying Hong, what is your favorite number? What?
8.
A number.
Yeah, A number.
8, I think you mean. 8, yeah. A is the first letter of the alphabet. Yes, very good. Excellent. A, what is your favorite animal?
No.
Dog.
A dog. That is the correct answer. Okay, right now, if you want, I will continue with those easy questions instead of this. Okay, right. I would like you to look at the screen for a moment. Okay. Okay. So the first thing you are going to get is the 24 regrets of people when they are dying. Okay? Okay? So what are you going to get, Wendy? What are you going to get? What are you going to get in this video?
The regrets of people who are dying.
Yes. And how many? How many?
24.
24. Okay. So, Charles, can you close that door? Turn off the window there for a minute. Turn off the window. Turn off the light, not the window. Easy. Turn off that window and close the light. Okay, light. No, turn off the light there. Turn off. Yes. Right, okay. Now, everyone, you have to pay attention, okay?
24 regrets of people dying. What do people
Now, just to clarify, he's from Australia, so you'll hear the pronunciation of dying slightly differently to the way I would pronounce it.
24 regrets of people dying. What do people regret when they're dying? I asked hospice nurses, the experts. Here are the top 24 regrets people have when they are dying. I wish I'd had the courage just to be myself. I wish I'd spent more time with the people I love. I wish I'd made spirituality more of a priority. I wish I hadn't spent so much time working. I wish I had discovered my purpose earlier. I wish I had learned to express my feelings more. I wish I hadn't spent so much time worrying about things that never happened. I wish I had taken more risks. I wish I had cared less about what other people thought. I wish I had realized earlier that happiness is a choice. I wish I had loved more. I wish I had taken better care of myself. I wish I had been a better spouse. I wish I had paid less attention to other people's expectations. I wish I had quit my job and found something I really enjoyed doing. I wish I had stayed in touch with old friends. I wish I had spoken my mind more. I wish I hadn't spent so much time chasing the wrong things. I wish I'd had more children. I wish I'd touched more lives. I wish I had thought about life's big questions earlier. I wish I had traveled more. I wish I had lived more in the moment. I wish I had pursued more of my dreams. These are the regrets of people who are out of time. Some people think it's morbid to think about death. I disagree. It's healthy to think about death. It puts things in perspective and reminds us what really matters. The inevitability of death should inspire us to get busy living.
Okay, now to be honest, I'm not usually a self-help person, but what did you notice about the regrets? What do you notice about, or did you notice about the regrets? Oops, no, don't go to melody. Anyone? Not
Here's a 30-second.
Yes, okay, so if you look back, yeah, so the grammar of those regrets was I wish I had past participle. Okay? If you look back just at
here at the top,
here for example.
I wish I'd made
I wish I had made blah blah blah. No, I don't know. I wish I had made spirituality more of a priority. By the way, maybe you saw the word spouse, yes? What's a spouse? Now any Spanish speaker should know that. What's a spouse? Again?
Sposo.
Yeah, or okay, so it means your husband or your wife. Okay, it's your husband or your wife.
Spirituality more of a priority. I wish I hadn't spent
okay,
so much time working. I wish I had discovered my purpose earlier. I wish I had learned
blah 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 to express my feelings more. Okay, which do you think would be the biggest regret that people who are dying would say? What do you think would be the biggest regret out of all of them, would you say? Any ideas? Okay. Like worried about, do you think that would be the biggest regret? Oh, worrying about things? Take more risks. Why would you take more risks? Why? Why would you take more risks?
Because in that way you can learn new things and also learn about your failures.
So you would like to increase the amount of failures that you have during your life?
Not the amount, but your how to deal with that.
Okay, I'll play one more video. Well, I'll play two more videos. Okay, so this one, he's a very famous psychologist. Okay, very interesting man. Okay, his name is Gabor Mate. Okay, he survived the Holocaust. Okay, he was a very young kid at the time, if I remember correctly, and he's a very interesting man.
In Australia, there was a palliative care nurse.
Okay, so in Australia, he speaks with quite a deep voice. In Australia, there was a palliative care nurse. What's palliative care? palliative.
You give support, not a person that doesn't have a cure about it.
Exactly.
You just give the support.
Okay, so like nurses or doctors, they're going to give palliative care when there is no potential solution. So for example, they're just making people comfortable probably before they die, okay? So in Australia, there was a palliative care nurse.
I wrote a book called The Top 5 Regrets of Dying People. These are people that were dying before their time, like I used to look after.
Okay, so these people were dying before their time. What do you think that means?
Before they were young.
Yeah, well, they died before you would expect people to die. So they probably died of cancer or something like that.
Cancer or chronic neurological illness. You know what the top regret of dying people was? That they didn't have the courage to be themselves.
Okay, so that was the number one regret that these dying people had. Okay, that they didn't have the courage to be themselves. So maybe when you say taking a risk, it's taking a risk so that you could do things that you really want to do, okay, or that you want to be. So I think that will certainly be my regret. Do you think you actually do that? You are yourselves all of the time? Or like, for example, and I am like this, nobody believes it, but it's true. And I remember the first day, Daphne, I overheard her say, oh, I'm very shy. And shy people almost never do that. I would say, Eri, would you say that you're shy?
Yes.
Would you say that you do the things that you really want to do or not? All the time? I bet you she doesn't. I bet you don't. And I bet you don't answer questions in the class because you don't want to take a risk. And I guarantee the people who are shy, and I feel, to be honest, now I shouldn't really say it, I have favorites in classes, and the favorites are generally people who are shy because I can associate it with those people. I can't really associate with someone who is always super confident. I like those people, but it's not that, I can't really associate with them. But when I see someone who is very shy, like Eri or, for example, Daphne, maybe I say, yeah, I can understand your position. Because if I'm learning a language, I get terrified if I have to speak to people, even in public. You will regret it at the end of your lives. You will regret it. So take a risk. It is very, very difficult. But if I ask you a question and you go like this, you are really going to destroy any potential success that you can have. You will be so slow. I really want you, and I don't just mean about language, I mean about everything. So I honestly think a lot of people don't do the things that they want to do because they'll say, for example, I don't have enough money, and if like for example, I'm okay for money, but I could take a few more risks if I wanted, but I don't because I'm very risk averse, and I'm sure in the future I will regret it. I'm sure that will be my number one regret. Okay, now I'm going to show you one more video before the break. This is I think they're two Irish people actually, to be honest, and one is significantly younger than the other. He's 57 years older or younger than the other person.
What?
Oh, you have yours.
I don't know where the questions, I don't know where the song.
Okay, so a 7-year-old and a 64-year-old asking questions about growing old. And I know it's hard to believe, but you will probably all be old in the future.
Right, will I ask you a question, the first one? Right. What is the worst thing about being young?
Well, you get lots of homework. It's all
How many of you hated homework back in the day? I did. Yeah, exactly.
so pretty. They're like in the middle, like in school, like in the middle of bad and good.
Oh.
What is the worst thing about being old?
Not being able to do things that you could do when you were young.
Like You can't bend down and get stuff on the floor.
Well, I can still do that, but the problem is your body gets a bit stiff.
I know.
So stiff means not flexible.
It hurts a lot when you
Yeah.
bend down when you like.
That's right, yes.
And he has to show the old man just to patronise
You
him.
might get sick more often. Hopefully I don't. But that's the problem.
That's pretty bad.
It is pretty bad.
The only time I went to a hospital is my mom to like get me born.
Oh, yeah. Do you wish you were old?
Maybe. Like, so I was old and so I can like buy stuff for my own and have be married, but that'll be you. Do you wish?
I think of it and not be you. Okay, you the person. Yeah, I want to be married, but not be you. Okay.
You were young. Why?
Well, the problem about, the great thing about being young is you have more time. You have more time to do things. I could play games, which I did. I used to play cowboys and Indians.
Yeah, that's what I play.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's what I like about being young. I could use my imagination more.
That's a sad story. You can't do that anymore.
Well, I could be an older cowboy. I might do it yet. Will you fall in love? And what will it be like?
I don't know. Like, we'll have babies, it'll be like fun, and all I have to change. Even though all I have to change is like, it'll be fun.
Ah,
But what about if he cries?
well.
It doesn't like Ed Sheeran very much.
Hmm? And who do you love now? Who do you love now?
My mom.
Your mom? Your dad?
Yeah, I like my family. Did you fall in love? What was it like?
Yes, it was different for me. I fell in love late.
And did you get married?
No, unfortunately, my partner, she passed away. She died, unfortunately. That was a sad thing. Yeah, she got sick.
I'm gonna cry.
No, don't. No. It's these things happen, Sean. That's life. But I have very good memories. Very good memories. And you live, a lot of the time you live in your head with memories. You can remember all the good things, and that's the important thing. Well, the advice I would give to you, Sean, is you don't have to be rich to be happy. Do the things you like doing that make you feel good. Because when you're happy yourself, everybody else is happy.
Sean, do you have advice for Des?
To like act normal. Don't be silly. Don't bully lots of people. The people I know in school, like my friend Alex in school, whenever he gets hurt, I hug him. He might not be able to work, but...
Oh, that's a good advice. And be yourself. Don't let other people tell you what you should be. Just be as you are. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
And I'm sure your life is going to be very successful. You have all the right things. You have all the right things to do. All your good friends. And keep those friends going. And keep life going. Oops. There you go.
Okay, take a break. We'll come back later.